Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to Marketing with Matt. Today's topic is loss leader marketing. Loss leader is a type of retail marketing that's very popular. It's been around a long time, and whether or not you've heard of it, you've almost certainly been exposed to it before, if not on a weekly basis. I'm going to explain what loss leader marketing is and how it affects your small business potentially and when to not engage in loss leader marketing. So, loss leader marketing essentially comes in two different kind of ways that you do it that I'm going to dive into right here. And the first is if you have a commodity. And the best example here is a grocery store. So you're selling all sorts of different commodities, but you tend to have certain commodities that are very popular that people always need. And with grocery stores, it's typically things like milk, eggs, and actually baby diapers. So what they do is you'll see in their flyer that they deeply discount those items. And if you really think about it, you might go, well, why would you discount them? You're going to sell them anyways. Well, the idea is to bring in a lot of traffic and that this traffic will come in specifically for those items, but they will leave with many more items. Because really, if you're going to make a trip all the way to the grocery store to buy some diapers, you're going to walk through the store. And by the way, it's very strategically orientated where things like diapers, milk, and eggs are located. Think of it, it's either in the back of the store or along the walls, but you basically have to walk through to get there. So what's happening is they're hoping that as you walk through the store, you're like, okay, I need that. I need that. Oh, yeah, I need that for dinner. Oh, I forgot I need that. And so you're going to walk out with a bunch of things instead of just come for the one item. And because those other items are full priced, then they're going to make money that way. So yeah, that's why they deeply discount them and why they call them loss leaders, because they lead you into the store. You could also say, well, they're leading items that they're going to sell anyways, but you're going to sell them at a slight loss, or just at reduced margins. It's a fallacy to think that if you have a loss leading marketing program that you have to sell the product at a loss. You don't. You just have to sell it at substantially reduced sales margins. Okay, so that's the commodity side. There's another side where you might have one high value item, such as car is a very good example. And you have a car that's a base model, and you sell it for a very inexpensive price. But when someone comes in and they sit in the car or maybe test drive the car, what they figure out is they want all these bonuses and creature comforts that aren't included in the base model, but they're already there to buy a car. They're very interested because they're at the showroom. So what happens is they buy these extras anyways. They say, well, I'm here, and those extras are fully priced, and so you make more money if you're a dealer because now you're actually profiting. So a couple pitfalls of these two types of marketing when it comes to your small business is if you use them in the wrong way. So take the commodity example. So the worst thing you can do with the commodity, though it's not I guess really a killer, is you run a lead loss program on a commodity that actually really isn't that popular. And an old workplace I used to work at did that. They try to deeply discount stuff that people didn't really want. And that's not the objective of lead loss marketing. The objective is to already discount something that's hot, because then people come in, they're very excited, you bring in a lot of traffic, and they leave with other stuff. So unfortunately at that workplace, they didn't really understand that concept. They didn't want to do it. The problem is when you sell something lead loss that nobody wants, nobody comes in to buy it, and you either just waste your time or your money on your marketing initiative. Okay. Now, it's a little bit more dangerous when it comes to the single item, the valuable item that you're trying to upsell. So there's a case in history with the British company. I forget their name. I don't think it's Austin, actually. It had a different name at the time. They made the original mini car. Everybody knows the Austin Mini, okay? The original mini car. The base model of that would be sold at a loss if somebody wanted to buy it many decades ago. The belief was there were certain upgrades that the British public really, really wanted in their cars, and they would come, test drive the Mini, go, okay, it doesn't have all this stuff. I want all these upgrades. Well, unfortunately, many people did buy that basic model. And so that's a case where actually that company for years sold those cars at a loss because they kind of gambled wrong. Now, as a small business, if you gamble wrong with your big product and you're selling it at a loss because you're believing people are going to upgrade and they don't, then you're in big trouble there because you're a small business. You don't have much capital to fall back on. So you have to be really, really careful that you're actually that your clients are actually going to upgrade the product. Okay, so you've got that for the single item. When it comes to the commodity items, you just have to make sure that it's something that's actually going to draw traffic in. Now, I do have a good example that I kind of want to end with for the single high value item, which actually is what not all, video game console companies did. So it's not all consoles. Some consoles, when they sell them, your Nintendo Switch, your Sony PlayStation, they're profitable. But many through the years were actually sold not at a profitable rate. And so, well, why would they do this? Why would these companies be willing to lose money on hardware? Well, the answer is they make it back on software and software licensing, as well as peripherals that they sell to the systems. So these systems are designed to take a multitude of games, to swap out games, and so that's how companies make the money. They're willing to take a dive on video game systems. In fact, it's very common for video game systems a couple years into their run to compete with other video games consoles out there to just deeply, deeply discount to the point that they're for sure being sold at a significant loss. But again, the objective is to make it up with hardware sales. So that's a quick primer to loss leader marketing. I hope you found that useful for the few minutes of the video that you watched. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.